Tippy Time my Damies, Top Cat here, and welcome back to the channel. We've been introduced to Void 3.0 this season, and the main thing here that I found very potent in terms of Eclair is volatile. We can do this through grenades and melees and volatile rounds, of course, but I wanted to take a look back and compare it to some of our other AoE effects that we've had in previous seasons. Dawn Chorus's intrinsic perk is Rites of Ember. This states daybreak projectiles cause targets to burn on contact and deal more damage to them. More importantly, all of our burn effects last longer and we gain melee energy each time one of these burns damage our target. And what do we know that can do burn damage and explosive damage much like volatile rounds? Warmind cells. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, Warmind cells, we're done with those were nerfed to hell 7 months ago. You might call it a nerf, I would call it balancing, as they were broken as fuck, and let's be honest, they needed to be changed. And now I'd say they're perfectly good and in line with things like volatile flow, which is going to be a continuing thing I can imagine through Arc and Solar as well. So let's jump back in the gravy train, and we're going to be making them through many methods, but one of them is going to be through the new Explosive Personality GL. The Explosive Personality can get some really good combinations, but I've just gone for the classic auto disruption break on this thing. It is the only current solar waveframe that we have. The Martyr's Retribution was Sunset. This thing by itself is great for ad clear. It can just wipe out hordes of ads in any level of activity. But paired with the right mods, we can make Warmind cells that just burn everything, and it just gets 10 times stronger than it already is. The Warmind's base damage got cut down from 400 to 250, and its radius down from 30 meters to 16 meters, but that is still 16 meters of awesome AoE damage. Particularly when your Warmind cells can create other Warmind cells, you get a ridiculous chain effect that essentially you will blow up one and you'll get this gravy train of explosions that will go like close to 200 meters out and just rip everything apart. So I was testing this out on the bottom tree Dawn, of course, as it does the burn melee, and I noticed something a little bit crazy. I was like, wow, this super is way too strong. So I went into Grasp of Avarice, chucked down the Nova with all the Dennis Rift Buddy nerfs, grenades and everything to weaken, done a little damage. Okay, so at base we got 378, that's with all the debuffs and everything. I just chucked on Dawn Chorus, used my Dawn Blade, and I was surprised at how much damage this thing done. Like, this is Void 3.0, and my Daybreak just out DPS'd it. This seems a little odd to me, but just shows how strong Solar still is. So we put all these together and we have a serious build in our hands. You can run whatever rep you want. I'm running Healing, Faded for Flame, Daybreak Projectiles seek targets, which is always good. Phoenix Dive, that's going to grant us health. Because of this we can run low recovery. Everlasting Fire pretty much extends our super out. As long as there's ads to kill we will have a super. But the main thing here is Igniting Touch. Strike a combatant to burn them. On our helmet we will be running Global Reach. I'm running Sonic Forging for our GL and Ammo Finder for it as well. Explosive Wellmaker, rapidly defeating combatants with explosive damage, spawns a solar elemental well. Impact Induction, causing damage with melee, grants grenade energy, and overflow rounds for our auto rifle. Burning Cells is going to make our Warmind cells burn. This is going to help the chain effect. And usual concussions and things like that, whatever you need for the thing. Wrath of Rasputin is going to make solar splash damage for our Warmind cells. Scavengers as required. We are running Inferno Whip so we can stun with our melees. Well of Life, so those wells will give us health for 10 seconds. And I am running Double Bomber. For our primary of choice, I am using the 7 Seraph Carbine. It can overload. It's got auto loading, high cal and bauble. This thing is amazing. If you don't have one this week, they are available from Dares of Eternity, so I would recommend going in there to get one, but most of you should probably have one by now. Explosive Personality. I do have two of these. I run Genesis One for All on my stasis build, but for this one I'm running auto loading and disruption break. And rocket launcher, whatever you want. I'm using the sleepless as it's got auto loading as well. That way all three of my weapons have auto loading. So it makes for great swapping, and it comes with demolitionist as well. So I've got two forms of reloading it. But I just change this out depending on what burn you might need for any given nightfall or whatever. Anyway guys, that is the build. Look at that gravy train of explosions there. This thing is just stupid crazy. Give it a go. Solar is not only still good, I think it might even be better than Void still. Please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the content. Leave a comment down below. Always enjoy chatting with you guys. And as always, tippy tie till next time. What a tie. Bottom of everything, he's the most tip top cat.